Hello everyone, welcome back to the new semester and to the new course. The course name is Principles of Programming Languages and the course code is PC502CS. So as you find here 5, this is relevant to the 5th semester, 3rd year 5th semester, Osmania University. So according to the curriculum of this semester, this PPL subject is in 5 units. We'll be going to talk about all these 5 units in the same channel. So before we step into the unit 1 or first topic, I wanted to give a small introduction about the subject. So when you see the subject name Principles of Programming Languages, many students will think that it is a theory subject. But I can tell you one point very surely, that it is not as theory subject you have to treat. Maybe it is a theory subject for your curriculum, but explanation wise, understanding wise, it is not only theory, because we'll be going to use different programming languages to understand about how the structure of the language is initiated to solve some particular problems. That also we'll see. So hence I wanted to clear one point, that it is not pure theory. It is theory subject according to the curriculum, that's it. But it is not pure theory. I'm sure that students will not get bored to refer the subject to understand the concepts of the subject. So I can assure this point before we step into the syllabus. Now, so coming to the units, how the 5 units are segregated, that also we should know before I start. So according to the subject title, we'll be not going to talk about all the languages purely, that you might be studied about programmings for problem solving, something like C, C++, Java, or these are the languages which are given into your whole semester. So we'll be going to talk about all these programming languages. Additionally, more traditional languages and more conceptual, structural, object-oriented and functional basis programming languages, all the languages we'll be going to talk. So now you may have a question, how can one semester is sufficient to learn all these languages? Truly, it is highly impossible. But the point is what? We'll be going to know about the principles of different programming languages. Right. Now, why we have to study all the languages, that we'll see as a topic of first unit. So first unit is about what? Preliminary concepts. We'll be going to talk about preliminary concepts of PPL. And the second unit is about data types. It is very true that all the languages will not have the same set of data types. C will support some programming languages, C will support some data types, and C++ will support some, Python will not support some. So these kind of data types which are supported in programming languages, that part we'll discuss as part of the second unit. And the third unit is all about data abstraction. Fourth unit is all about functional programming languages and logic programming languages. Fifth unit also will cover the same, functional and logic over here. So these are what the topics what we will have according to the curriculum. Now we'll start learning of topic wise. Now here we go with Principles of Programming Languages, Unit 1, Preliminary Concepts. So in that, the first topic is about reasons for studying concepts of programming languages. Interesting topic it is, because this is the foundation topic to understand why the reason you have to study different concepts of programming languages. See, for an example, C doesn't support object-oriented concept. OOPS concepts are not being supported in C. But C with some extension which is called as C++ will support object-oriented features. So here you will be having a question that how C will not support this, how C with some extension which is C++ will support this. Basically, if I am a developer, if I know which language will support what, then it will be very easy for the developer to develop such kind of applications. The developer who wanted to develop the software, if he is aware of at least famous programming languages or else at least some programming languages, he will be in a position to choose which language is best fit for which kind of application. That's the reason we have to know, the developer has to know the concept of different languages. Did you understand? Now let's take the other example. C is suitable for some kind of applications. Fortran is suitable some kind of applications. COBOL is suitable for some kind of applications. And all these three are programming languages. If I'm a developer, I have been assigned with some project in my next company, if I don't know what principles were there supported in C or Fortran or COBOL, then I cannot do my application well. So, concerned with all these reasons, you have to know as a developer, even as a student, the one who is going to take up the project in your academy, you should know which languages support which sort of concepts. Then it will be easy for you to choose your programming language in an efficient way. Did you understand? Now, so there are some reasons for studying concepts of programming languages. Those reasons are increased ability to express ideas, improved background for choosing appropriate languages, greater ability to learn new languages, understand significance of implementation, ability to design new languages, overall advancement of computing. And this question is very important concerned to the end semester examination. That's university end semester examination. It is very important. Now we'll see one by one. The first reason why you have to study concept of programming languages. The first reason is what? If you study the concepts of programming languages, then as a user or as a developer, take the two versions, play two roles, software developer and a user. If software developer who wanted to develop the requirements of an user, if you are the user, you wanted to give some requirement to the software developer. In both the cases, you should be able to have a good knowledge about programming languages. It is believed that the depth at which we think is influenced by the expressive power of the language in which we communicate our thoughts or ideas. It is difficult for people to conceptualize structures they cannot describe verbally or in writing. So that's the reason language in which they develop software places limits on the kinds of control structures, data structure and abstractions they can use. Now, awareness of a wider variety of programming language features can reduce such limitations in software development. So, it increases your ideas to explore about programming languages. And the second reason why you have to study the concepts of different programming languages is it improves background for choosing appropriate languages. Now, he is a programmer. Many programmers, when given a choice of languages for a new project, continue to use the language with which they are most familiar, even if it is poorly suited to new projects. If these programmers were familiar with other languages available, they would be in a better position to make informed language choices. Keeping in mind these two parameters, we have to learn or we have to study the concepts of programming languages. The third reason, greater ability to learn new languages. Programming languages are still in state of continuous evaluation, which means continuous learning is essential. Programmers who understand the concept of object-oriented programming will have easier time learning Java. Once a thorough understanding of the fundamental concepts of language is acquired, it becomes easier to see how concepts are incorporated into the design of the language being learned. The fourth reason, understand significance of implementation. Understanding of implementation issues leads to an understanding of why languages are designed the way they are. It is very important because many languages are implemented in keeping in mind many issues. So there are very reasonable factors, parameters what we have to understand. This in turn leads to the ability to use a language more intelligently as it was designed to be used. Sixth reason, ability to design new languages. And here you will be called as a software language developer. You might have heard about many roles in the software, but I don't think you might have heard about the name of this, that you are software language designer. Now, PPL subject will give you such a kind of great opportunity to think about new language by taking some parameters in the original existing programming language. If you wanted to develop a new language, what else you have to do? You need not to get it from your brain all. Right? You know some features of C, you know some features of Snowball, you know some features of Python. What you have to do, get all the required features for your suitable application and name it as your language. And that's what the beauty of PPL. The next reason, overall advancement of computing. In some cases, a language become widely used, at least in part, because those in positions to choose languages were not sufficiently familiar with programming languages concepts. Many believe that Algol is a language. Many believe that Algol 60 was a better language than Fortran. However, Fortran was most widely used. It is attributed to the fact that the programmers and managers didn't understand the conceptual design of Algol 60. So that's what it is required. Overall advancement of computing is required, and it is one of the reason to learn or to study the concepts of programming languages. Thank you all.